Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and I'm going to share some pretty ridiculously disturbing stories about the state of New York, the massive amount of crime that has exploded in the city, and the fact that if this is what you want, this is what you're going to get when you defund the police. Okay, make no mistake about it. We need law enforcement as a civilized community. And thumbs this video up, subscribe, and share, because we're about to go pretty deep into this. There are two instances that I'm going to show you right now. We're going to break down a news clip really first, where a man tries to steal a baby on the streets of New York. Okay, a man tries to steal a baby out of a stroller on the streets of New York. And luckily, there was a group of people there to stop him. But one of them, when I say a group, one of them knew jujitsu, thank God, because he had to hold him there for 30 minutes. And do you think a police officer then comes after those 30 minutes? Nope. It's a mental health person. Now, whether this person is crazy or not, the timeline is abhorrent. And number two, the police should be their bare minimum to secure the situation when a child is, a baby, is being stolen from their mom. One. And then we got another instance on Broadway, broad daylight, 14-year-old kid just beaten and robbed. Has it by two people, just beaten and robbed, nothing done. That's New York now. And that's what you're going to get. More and more desperation, more and more unemployment. Defunding the police, less and less order in a city like that. It's all being done on purpose. And we're going to show you on the tail end what that looks like. And that's why this whole defund the police movement is beyond New York. And at the end of the day, it is about that same transhumanist global reset agenda we've been highlighting. So thumbs the videos up, subscribe, share. Remember, we're fully demonetized here because we're going to go beyond left or right. We're going to show you the facts, and we're going to show you how, guess what? There's been robot police in nations now across the world for years, and it should have disturbed people enough. They had robo-dogs, the DARPA Spot the dog robot out in Thailand telling people to social distance, okay? But that's the tip of the iceberg. So $5, $10, $15, big donors. You absolutely mean the world to me. Couldn't do it without you. Remember to rockfin. Create the free account. If I get kicked off of this platform, that's where I'm going to be. We had a almost 2-hour exclusive. It's right behind me. It's free. If you make that account, you can go watch it. We only played about 15 minutes of the video earlier today, the Roger Stone segment, but I assure you there's a lot more to it. And I almost missed talking to Roger Stone yesterday. It's a wacky world we live in for sure. Guys, remember, I am a documentary filmmaker as well. Loose Change, Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture are available here and now on this very channel. You just scroll right down, and there they are, documentaries. So make sure to check them out. Let's get into it. First thing we're breaking down. Again, thank God that this guy was there, and he knew jujitsu, and he was able to hold this man down, because best case scenario, someone like him isn't there, that they stop him from stealing a baby and then he gets away and maybe does something else totally and completely horrible. But let's play it.
Not a matter of stepping in, it's a matter of duty. When you see a woman and her child screaming, there was a couple guys that asked him to, hey, let go, and he's saying things like, how do you know this is her baby? Why?
See, there's a couple of guys that were going, hey, let go. They weren't taking charge of the situation. This guy's trying to take a baby in broad daylight.
Are you helping her? This could be my baby.
It was not a quiet afternoon in the park Monday, 3 p.m. Brian Kemsley was walking with his girlfriend. He saw a crowd gathering near the 5th Avenue side of Madison Square Park.
There was a man trying to rip a stroller away from this mom, and she had a 4-year-old in one hand and probably a 2-year-old in the stroller. And he wouldn't let go. I took him down and I held him, pinned him so he couldn't move. I was waiting for someone to show up, security to show up with handcuffs. Clearly this guy, we couldn't just let him go.
He has studied martial arts, and it came in handy after people attempted to de-escalate the situation. He saw a few people call 911. Another witness recorded this video. They wanted to get the man help.
Get the man help? No. I want to make sure when there's a guy like this who needs help, he's not taking people's babies. Like, what world are we living in? Okay, get the man help. Why are we so sympathetic to this guy?
As the situation escalated, and it was 30 minutes before the cops show up, it became pretty clear that he had mental issues. They actually someone else came and took him to the hospital as opposed to, slamming him in a van. No one got hurt at the end of the day. I didn't get hurt. He didn't get hurt. The woman and her family could leave.
Listen, again, that's great. You want to end up taking this guy to a mental hospital after the fact? Why aren't the police there to stop it in the very beginning? You wanted to fund the police? Okay, great idea. Awesome idea. So the video's out on this one. I'm not going to play it. There's basically this poor kid right here in the red. Two guys in the middle of Broadway just jack him. Okay? Just jack him up pretty good. Put him on the ground, take his stuff. Nobody helps him. Nothing's done. No cops there. Just lying there. This is New York City now. And this is from our good friends at the authoritative source of CNN. This is in September, they're saying this. And it's continued to escalate and escalate and escalate. New York City shooting incidents are nearly double this year compared to last year. NYPD stats show. People are leaving en masse. There's trash all over the city. And CNN has to admit, oh yeah, shootings are up, but they aren't reporting en masse. It's like a short little article from a couple months ago, right? And each preceding month, you could see it getting worse and worse and worse and worse, right? And in the background, I get a gas out of it because the ad they're running is for some fictitious, dark political conspiracy book series. But whenever you point to anything that is actually conspiratorial and factual and in your face and goes against the authoritative narrative that CNN is putting out, no, we'll do our, no. It's just no all the way around. New York City streets, parks filling with trash. Now, I've played this stuff before. I don't even really want to play can I skip over the, no, see, they'd make, no, we'll start playing it in the background beforehand. You can see how filthy the city's getting. Why? Because they've allowed it to get that way. I mean, my God. And they've allowed it to get that way. There you go, Verizon. You get your ad. I'm not allowed to run ads on this channel normally, Verizon. Okay?
Neighbors are dealing with a lot during this pandemic, including an increase in violence, homelessness, noise complaints, and you can add to that trash.
Let's just, you know what? Violence, homelessness, trash, shootings. You got babies almost getting ripped out of strollers and no one showing up for half an hour. Defund the police. We did it. Great idea. We did it. Thumbs this video up. We got 400 plus watching. Not even 200 thumbs. Let's do it.
Complaints have skyrocketed. 7 on Your Side investigative reporter Dan Krauth shows us how budget cuts have led to these problems piling up.
New Yorkers are used to piles of trash lining the streets on garbage night, but nothing.
It's just disgusting.
Like
it's really bad.
This.
You can see dead rats sometimes.
Amanda Gisano walks her kids down Bedford Avenue in Brooklyn every day. She says the trash-lined street isn't just an eyesore, it's dangerous.
They literally have wood with nails sticking out. That me and their father had to move aside because what if the kids were running and they tripped?
We found,
just try. I mean, listen, there have been periods of time where New York City has not been the cleanest. And even when I was there pre-COVID 1984, in the prior summer, about a year and a half ago, you go to New York, it's got no city smells like New York City. That's all I'm going to say. No city smells like New York City. Especially you get down to lower Manhattan by the Hudson, forget about it. There's no city that smells like New York City. It looks unbelievably grotesque right now on top of everything else we're covering. And it's safety issues. And just like that woman's like, that's not safe for my kids. No, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Found a big increase in people texting their trash complaints to the city's 311 service. Not just dirty sidewalks, but bag trash not getting picked up. Those complaints up by more than 50%.
They just need to just pick it up. It's your job.
The city says the increase is partly due to businesses and people leaving. They're responsible for cleaning their own sidewalks and say they have had some service delays associated with the impact of COVID with regard to staffing availability.
The previous excuses they were putting out, and it's not really an excuse, it's just what's going on is what? Oh, it's so funny. The green screen on that's reflecting on my head, so it's going through. That's hilarious. It's going to what? They cut it by 60%. You know, let's do it live. I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to get fact checked on this one. Let's do it live. New York City trash budget cut. Let's see. There we go. And this is back. This is it. They did it. They did it again in November. So let's go to that one. And then this. I think we did this. This is the one we did. I think this one. Yes. They slashed it by over 100 million. Over 100 million. Here, let's
We're seeing all over the city trash cans overflowing, bags of uncollected garbage, and furniture left out on the curb. All of this less than a month after millions were cut from the sanitation department's budget. CBS 2's Ali Bauman spoke to the commissioner about the trash trouble.
If you've been noticing more trash spilling out of the baskets on each corner lately or rolling on the streets like tumbleweed, even more than usual, you're not alone.
Now is more than ever.
It's outrageous. You know, a lot of rats come in, a lot of mice, roaches. You know, they got to do something about this.
Not to mention these two raccoons feasting on an overflowing bin the other night outside a Hamilton Heights playground.
The city right now, and especially in New York, we're being held for doing so great with public health and all these things, but I don't think you can really say we're doing that well with public health.
Oh, no. It's America's governor. Okay, do you see the inverted reality we live in? Yeah, how can you say this is for America's health? Why are you wearing a mask, brah? Oh, probably because, you had to. Because it's mandated. Because we got authoritarian dictators in power that want to defund your police, let babies just get pulled off the street, apparently. How did that not make national news? How is this not making national news? This is the July one, and they're cutting it again. We're gonna show you that.
Because when you have garbage everywhere, it's also a public health issue.
Last month, the city cut more than $100 million from the sanitation department's budget, reducing pickup for public litter baskets by 60%.
So there you go. I did remember the correct stats. Over 100 million and 60% they cut it. And everything's getting cut. Okay? And that's where we're going to get into the mass exodus. But look, snow, trash will sit on streets longer this winter under New York. Can you imagine the winter when it starts? It just looks great in New York City, huh? Yay! Awesome. Oh, man. Just lay them right off. Homelessness going up, no biggie. And guys, again, reveal massive New York City exodus. This is from a few days ago because of coronavirus crime. So what is the agenda? Well, 11 police robots patrolling around the world. In the United States, you've already got little robots. PD's Griffin, huh? We've got drones all over. There we go. The prison robo guards. Great. Oh, Israel's Deadly Rover. Spot the DARPA robot's not here because this is 4 years ago. I'm sure it's a lot more prevalent. We know the drones are way more prevalent. Oh, the Olympic peacekeepers from Brazil. Thank goodness. This is what you're going to get. Okay? This is what you're going to get with a transhumanist agenda that wants to replace law enforcement as the chaos gets worse and worse. Believe the hype. That's what's really going on right now. This is technology not to empower humanity, but to enslave it. So guys, on the way, thumbs up, subscribe, share, join the Burmese Brigade while we're still here. $5, $10, $15. It means the world to me. Big donors, couldn't do it without you. We are still on the verge of possibly hitting the goal this month. I would really appreciate it if we could hit this goal this month. Especially with all the uncertainty out there. We've been doing it, again, multiple times a day. You can catch me live and free at 11 a.m. Eastern, and it's free all day exclusively over at rockfin.com. Right now, we've got an over hour and 45-minute exclusive over there. Exclusive, and then you can also check out so much more. But if you want to see the Union of the Unwanted broadcast, go make that free account right now. Check out all the documentary films, Loose Change, Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture in the playlist section right now okay? And let's not be gaslit. Let's not be Leslie'd, okay? Let's not let this happen.
And they got caught.
No.
And then they went much further than that, and they got caught. And you will see that, Leslie, and you know that, but you just don't want to put it on the air.
As a matter of fact, I don't know that.
Okay.
And you're out there.
So why don't you get back to your interview and let's go.
Do you think that your tweets and your name calling are turning people off?
No, I think I wouldn't be here if I didn't have social media.
Well,
But the media is fake. And frankly, if I didn't have social media, I'd have no way of getting out my voice.
Do you know?
Correct. As she just tells you, there's just no one spied on his campaign. There's no Hunter Biden laptop. No. We're not going to let that happen. And right now, the inverted reality is very much in effect. So guys, I love you, and I'll see you on the flip side.